We begin with news we were first to break online. The American Royal making history today, announcing they have found a new home in Kansas. They will break ground on a new state-of-the-art facility in Wyandotte County next year. The Now's Tara Hall is live at the Kansas Speedway, where the barbecue competition happens to start in tomorrow, really, Tara.
Yeah, Krista. So they're calling this entire complex state-of-the-art. And by they, I mean the American Royal, Kansas Governor Sam Brownback, and then Kansas City, Kansas Mayor Mark Holland. Here's why. Once it's completed, it's going to be a whopping 300,000 square feet. That's big enough to house all of the animals that will compete in competitions during the American Royal. It'll also house the World Series of Barbecue. And then when neither of those are going on, officials say they'll use it for trade shows and conventions. Mayor Mark Holland said this provides a leg up for the current facility at the Kemper Arena because organizations will be able to use the new American Royal complex year-round.
I'm very excited about it. It improves Kansas City, Kansas in terms of continuing to draw tourists, and not only tourists during the summer seasons, but tourists year-round. With this facility, it'll be used year-round, and it'll have an opportunity to bring people in when our stadiums are empty.
All right, now if you can imagine where the Kansas Speedway is, as well as the shopping outlets, now that is where the new facility is going to take place, just west of all of those facilities. Now officials tell me that this entire complex is going to cost right around $160 million. $80 million of that is going to come from star bonds. The remaining $80 million will have to come via fundraising as well as investors. Reporting live in Kansas City, Kansas, I'm Tara Hall, the Now KC.
All right, thank you, Tara. Interesting to hear what Mayor Holland had to say. And here's what Kansas City Mayor Sly James had to say about the American Royal leaving the core of Kansas City. He sent us this right after we broke the news. He says, "I wish the Royal the absolute best and look forward to seeing what the future holds for the organization. We can absolutely keep our fond memories of the American Royal alive while honoring our past and preparing for our next chapter as an entrepreneurial, high-tech, and innovative community of the future." And his response was indicative of the feeling that many have had that the city's definitely moving in a different direction, away from its historic cowtown history. Now, the new location for the American Royal will be in Wyandotte County, and you heard Mayor Holland talk about star bonds. Well, they have to actually get that district approved. Now, the district that they have actually wanting to discuss, according to Mayor Mark Holland, is right out here west of the Legend. So this whole area is what they're trying to make the Star Bonds district. Here's Nebraska Furniture Mart. Here's the Legends. Here the Speedway, Sporting Park. And what Tara just got, what had Mark Holland say for you is telling, because Star Bonds, there's been an ongoing issue about whether or not you should still need tourist dollars. But he's saying it's seasonal. It's summertime for sporting in the Speedway. He's saying this would make it a year-round tourist destination, which I think you'll hear a lot more about as they try to get this approved for star bonds and get legislative support for that. So we're continuing to follow this, of course. Now, here's a look at what the new American Royal facility could look like. The American Royal gave us some sketches as we prepared for this story. It's a very modern look to it. This is one of the education centers. They didn't give us the inside of the arena. We're assuming they're waiting to debut that. This is the Ag Education Center, what they think it might look like, where you could do hands-on farming and have speakers come from all over the country and the world, is what they envision, and teach and talk with people in the Ag Education Center. And then just cycling through those, you can see what those buildings would look like on the outside and the inside. Now, we first broke the story online. Our extensive coverage is also on the 41 Action News mobile app, free to download in the App Store, and it won't be the last that we've covered as we've continued to follow the developments, especially over the last year, of the future of the American Royal and the barbecue and even Kemper Arena. This leaves for some questions about whether or not we'll now see development of Kemper Arena.